Hello and welcome to the Driving Maul Super Rugby Round 6 predictions. I'm Paul, the guy behind Driving Maul, and I'll run through all the games, giving you my predictions and the margins that I think they will be by. Today's video is brought to you by Driving Maul. Yes, I'm going to sponsor my own video. If you're watching on Periscope, there's a link above where you can become a patron of Driving Maul and donate as little as $1 a month. If you enjoy these, please do support me to produce more of them. If you're watching on YouTube, it's down below. So let's crack on and get into round 6 of the Super Rugby. The Highlanders host the Rebels to kick off the weekend. Now, the Rebels have had an absolute shocking start to the season, and facing a lot of the New Zealand sides hasn't helped. But even last weekend, they lost against the Cheetahs when they were up. Really, they just lack the kind of depth to survive these things. The Highlanders have had a shocking set of injuries, but even so, they're still battling through and getting the results as they did against the, who was it again, Brumbies last weekend. So it's very difficult to see anything other than a home win here, so I'm going Highlanders by 14. The Blues then host the Force at Eden Park. I'll be going on to this one, so if you're going to be there, give me a shout out and we can have a quick chat, maybe even a beer. So the Blues have, again, not had the best of starts to the season, but basically they've been beating their non-New Zealand opposition, and losing to New Zealand opposition is how it's been going so far. They had a good win against the Bulls last weekend, and the Force got thumping by the Crusaders. So the Force are definitely better this year, but I don't think they're up to the New Zealand sides. So again, I'm expecting a home win by about 14 points. This one is also the 5:15. It's the family game for the Blues, so do get on down. And as I say, I'll be there, so stop me and have a chat. Next up, the Chiefs host the Bulls. Yep, the Chiefs are generally considered to be better than the Blues, and the Bulls got absolutely thumped by the Blues last weekend. Basically, the Blues had a decent set piece and they could kick the ball, and that was about it. Defensively, once they got ball in hand, the defence could contain them quite simply, and I think we'll see something similar again, and the Chiefs will break out. So I'm going Chiefs by 20. That's one of the larger margins that I ever go for. Next up, the Reds are hosting the Hurricanes. Now, the Reds on paper should be a real decent side, but it's just not happening for them. The Hurricanes had a bye last weekend. The rest will have done them good, and they are unbeaten so far, and at the top end of the conference. So again, I'm expecting the Barretts to run wild, and I'm backing the Hurricanes by about 20 there. The Stormers then host the Cheetahs. This should be actually the two games in South Africa are the two that I think will be closest this weekend and should be decent games. The Stormers are going well, and I'm expecting them to top the group, but the Cheetahs are no mugs. They won the Currie Cup with unbeaten last season, and they've carried that form into this season and are looking much better. Still, they've got a long way to go. Unfortunately, if rumours are to be believed, they won't get the chance because they'll be axed at the end of the season. But let's hope not. If you want to know my views on the whole Super Rugby format thing, go to drivingmaul.com, and I've done a couple of videos on that. So whilst the Cheetahs are improved, I'm expecting the Stormers to get up there by about 7 points. Next, the Lions are hosting the Sharks. This is a conference game and will go a long way to deciding who might top the group alongside, obviously they're fighting against also the Jaguares as well. This one is a let's go with the home side. Also, the Lions have got better pedigree. I'm expecting the Lions to win this one by about 10. I'll be putting a poll up on Twitter about this one, so do get in and vote and let me know your thoughts as well. Finally, to finish off the round, the Tars host the Crusaders. Now, the Tars, again, have not had a good start to the season. I thought it would be the Tars and the Reds fighting it out at the top of the Australian Conference, but it's not turning out that way, and they are well down. The Crusaders are unbeaten. They don't get many bonus points. They've been coming back in the second half to beat a lot of sides. And again, they're another side that's suffering quite a few injuries, which is probably restricting them. but that forward pack is formidable, and I'm expecting the Crusaders to win that one by 10. So that's how I see the Super Rugby going. Do let me know your thoughts either in the comments below on YouTube, or hit me up on Twitter and we can have a chat about it all. If you are watching this on Twitter, please do share it with your friends. And if you're watching YouTube, give it the old thumbs up. Don't forget to become a patron of Driving Maul and help me bring you more content. The link is in the title above for Twitter, and it's in the notes below for YouTube. Thanks a lot. I'll be back tomorrow with my European Champions Cup and European Challenge Cup quarter-final predictions.